Think about how much of your brain you lose every time you close a browser tab. You spend like 3 hours teaching an AI exactly how your business works. You
Yeah.
feed it context, you explain your preferences, and the moment you hit new chat, it just forgets you entirely. It is essentially a digital lobotomy. Pete neat. But imagine a system that remembers everything automatically.
Yeah, one that learns from your real work.
Right. It actively compounds your knowledge over time.
It's the ultimate shift in leverage, really. You stop doing manual labor, you stop repeating yourself daily, you start building a permanent cognitive partner instead.
Welcome to this deep dive. Today, we are exploring a massive workflow shift. We are unpacking the B.U.I.L.D framework.
Build.
Exactly. This mission is about transforming Claude Code entirely. We're turning it into a self-improving personal knowledge base.
It's a 5-step framework, right? We have base, upload, inflow loop, and drive. It sounds a little technical at first.
We're going to break it down completely.
Yeah, this genuinely changes how you interact with AI.
So we need to unpack this carefully. Before we can automate anything at all, we have to build the physical house. This is where the AI will actually live.
The foundation.
Right, the base phase of the framework. You can think of the raw folder like a messy garage. It's full of unorganized boxes and files.
Yeah, just raw storage.
But the wiki folder is completely different. The wiki is a meticulously cross-referenced catalog.
That's the perfect way to visualize it. Most tutorials, they skip this foundation entirely. But this structure holds absolutely everything together.
Do you need two main directories?
Yes, one is called /raw, the other is called /wiki.
I'm looking at this folder structure right now, and part of me thinks this is overly complicated.
Oh, it feels that way at first.
I mean, if Claude is so smart, why can't I just dump everything into one giant folder? Why add this extra layer of complexity?
Because dumping everything creates complete chaos.
Yeah.
The raw folder holds all your original source material.
Like what, exactly?
Well, it holds massive 50-page transcripts. It holds your rough notes. It holds voice recordings in their original form. Everything sits there, just waiting to be processed.
Okay, so the garage is full of giant boxes.
Right. And if the AI has to open every single box to answer a simple question, it slows to a crawl. It gets completely overwhelmed.
Makes sense.
That's where the wiki folder comes in. The wiki folder doesn't store the actual content. It stores indexed references instead.
It essentially acts as a master table of contents.
Exactly. The AI doesn't dig through the heavy boxes in the garage. It just looks at your clipboard, finds the box number, and goes straight to it.
It finds exactly what it needs incredibly fast.
Super fast.
That makes a lot of sense logically. But how does the AI actually know to do that? An empty folder structure doesn't force a behavior.
That brings us to the Claude.md file. This file represents the absolute house rules for your project.
The house rules?
Yeah, it tells the AI exactly how your project is organized. You give it a very simple system prompt here.
You essentially dictate the baseline behavior for the entire system.
Yes. You tell it to always check the wiki first. You tell it to analyze new content automatically. The AI reads this file every time you open a session.
The clearer those instructions are, the better the results.
Without a doubt.
It sets the priorities. Okay, so we have folders and house rules, but we need a way to actually move the data around.
That requires skills. A skill is really just a reusable instruction set. It handles a specific task the exact same way every time.
So if you do something twice, you should turn it into a skill.
Exactly.
Let's ground this with a real example.
The very first skill you need is called Add New Resource. You simply drop a new PDF into the raw folder.
And the skill automatically triggers.
Right. It reads that dense PDF document.
Right. And it creates a new wiki entry summarizing it. Then it links back to the original file in the raw folder.
It does the heavy lifting for you automatically.
Yeah.
But we should clarify the types of skills here. We have utility skills and orchestration skills.
Okay, break that down.
A utility skill does one very focused job, like that Add New Resource skill we just discussed.
It just summarizes and links. Very simple.
But an orchestration skill is more complex. A master skill that triggers several smaller tasks in order.
A master skill that triggers several smaller tasks in order. That's a helpful distinction. 2-sec silence. Before we move on, I want to nail this down. Why do we strictly separate the raw files from the wiki instead of combining them?
Because feeding the AI massive raw transcripts every time is horribly inefficient. The wiki acts as a lightning-fast index, giving the AI quick answers without drowning it in data.
So raw is for storage and the wiki is for speed.
Precisely.
So we've got this beautifully organized empty house, but an empty house doesn't do the dishes or anticipate your needs.
No, it just sits there.
To make it a cognitive partner, we have to feed it your past, which leads us to priming the engine. This is the upload phase.
A lot of people want to jump straight to the automation phase. That's a huge mistake.
They want the flashy stuff immediately.
Exactly. But before pipelines work, you need to prime the engine with real data. You want to start with real depth. You don't want to start with a blank page.
So where do we actually find this digital furniture? I mean, I don't want to sit down and type out a memoir for my AI.
You don't have to. The best place to start is your old Claude session history.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, this data is incredibly valuable. It shows the exact questions you tend to ask. It highlights where you usually get stuck.
It's a record of your actual behavior. It's not just guesswork about how you might work.
Right. Claude Code saves this history locally on your machine. You can pull this history right into your project.
And what does it do with it?
The system will analyze it for recurring patterns. It will even suggest new skills based on those patterns.
That's fascinating. It analyzes your past to optimize your future workflow. But session history is just one part of the puzzle. What about the rest of my digital life?
That's your personal ecosystem data, the files and emails you create every single day.
The messy stuff.
The very messy stuff. But it's a true record of your thinking and writing style. You can export this using tools like Google Takeout.
Or you can use the standard Outlook export tool.
Yes, either works perfectly.
And I just drop these massive zip files right into the raw folder.
Well, you extract them first.
Yeah.
But yes, you drop the files into the raw folder. Then you ask the system to analyze your writing patterns.
What does it look for?
It learns your recurring topics. It finds areas where it can help you work more efficiently.
I have to admit something vulnerable here. I still wrestle with prompt drift myself. I am constantly re-explaining who I am to these models. It's completely exhausting.
Oh, it's the worst. That's exactly why the next step is so crucial. You need to share your personal goals as training data.
Like explicit goals.
Yes. Most people never even think to do this. They expect the AI to just guess their motivations.
How does that actually work in practice?
You write out your background and your long-term goals. You write down what you're trying to build this year.
Could it be audio?
Absolutely. You can even just record a quick voice note while walking.
You drop that audio file into the raw folder, then the AI turns it into structured training data.
Yes. It captures your values and the reasoning behind your decisions. It gives the AI the personal context that usually only lives in your head.
And that personal context travels with you into every future session.
Which completely eliminates the prompt drift you were just talking about.
That is huge.
It really is. Once you have all these files gathered, you run one bulk ingest session.
Using that skill we talked about.
Yep. You run the add new resource skill on everything at once. It processes all that history and context in one sitting.
Your project suddenly has a deeply personalized foundation. It actually knows you.
Yeah.
2-sec silence. But regarding all this ecosystem data, I'm a bit skeptical. How much personal data is actually too much to upload?
If the data doesn't actively help the AI understand your current workflow, leave it out. You want high signal context, not a massive dump of your entire digital history from 10 years ago.
Only keep data that actively serves your current goals.
It's exactly. Keep it lean.
That brings us to the third phase, the inflow phase. Think of your project like a pristine mountain lake. A lake without fresh water flowing in quickly goes stale. We need to build rivers to keep the data fresh.
This is where we finally talk about automation. But we have to be careful.
Why is that?
Most tutorials fail because they automate way too early. They try to connect 10 different apps on day one.
You end up with a broken pipeline that you cannot easily debug. It's just a tangled mess of code.
The golden rule here is skill-driven data ingestion. You build the skill first, you test it locally on your machine.
You make sure it extracts exactly what you want.
Right. Only then do you actually automate it.
Okay, let's break down these rivers. The first pipeline focuses on syncing your ongoing Claude sessions.
Because your needs change over time. The questions you ask today are very different from last month.
Makes sense.
This pipeline pulls your latest session exports directly into the raw folder.
It runs the add new resource skill to index them into the wiki. This keeps the system perfectly synced to your current reality.
The second pipeline is syncing your ongoing ecosystem data. This pulls from places where you create useful information weekly.
Like your meetings. If you use an app like Granola, it records in the background. You can pull those transcripts directly into your system.
Or Slack. You can connect Claude Code to pull your chat history. You can even pull captions from public YouTube videos.
The specific app really doesn't matter here.
Not at all. The principle is finding where your useful information lives.
You build a direct path from there into your project. But wait, if it runs every day, want to just download the same files over and over?
That's a great catch. When you build this skill, the system tracks async cursor.
Async cursor, let's define that. A digital bookmark remembering exactly what was already downloaded.
Right. It prevents the system from repulling the exact same content every single run.
So it's smart about it.
Yeah, it only looks for new data created after that bookmark.
That's highly efficient. Now, the third pipeline is syncing curated newsletters. This is about bringing in high-value outside knowledge.
Almost every niche has incredible newsletters, but they usually clog up your inbox.
Oh, constantly.
A great trick is adding plus newsletter to your Gmail address, like johnplusnewsletter@gmail.com.
It keeps them entirely separate from your main inbox. You build a skill to pull emails from that specific folder.
And it doesn't just save the email. It extracts the key insights, finds the arguments, and updates your wiki automatically.
The fourth pipeline might be the most powerful one. It's adding your personal daily reflections.
This captures the lived experience that never shows up in an email. It captures the nuanced lessons you learn each day.
The quiet realization.
Exactly. You just use voice to text on your phone. You talk through a quick decision you made that day.
You drop that short text file into the raw folder.
A few sentences is honestly all it takes. The AI extracts the insights and updates your wiki.
It's incredibly low friction. 2-sec silence. With all these automated inputs coming in constantly, how do you filter out the noise from low-quality newsletters?
You have to be brutally selective about what you actually subscribe to. If you dump garbage into the system, you get noise instead of clarity back out.
Garbage in means garbage out, so curate ruthlessly.
Always. Mid-roll sponsor read.
Welcome back to the deep dive. We're moving to the fourth phase of the framework. This is the loop phase.
We've got a lot of water flowing in now.
Right, with all this fresh water rushing in, we have a new problem. The system will flood if we don't build automated filters.
We definitely need automated improvement cycles. But we have to avoid the trap of full automation.
Full automation sounds amazing on paper.
It does, but it's actually dangerous in practice.
I don't buy that entirely. I mean, isn't the whole point of AI to automate everything? Why is full automation so dangerous here?
Well, it's like an automatic gym program that only trains your chest for 6 months.
Just bench press every day.
Exactly. Technically, you're doing work. Technically, you're improving that one area. But you're quietly breaking the balance of everything else.
Oh, I see. The system might optimize for the wrong thing entirely. It might rewrite summaries to be too short or delete helpful context.
Exactly. You have to stay in control of the critical changes.
Well,
To do that, we use the 3-bucket review system.
okay, break that down.
You build a specific orchestration skill called Improve System. It reviews all new content and suggests improvements.
And it sorts these suggestions into 3 distinct buckets. Let's walk through them. What's the first bucket?
The first bucket is auto-approve. These are low-risk fixes. Things like cleaning up data bloat, fixing formatting, or repairing broken links.
Basic maintenance.
Right. The AI handles these automatically and just logs them in a text file.
You don't even need to look at those. But the second bucket is where you maintain control. It's the need sign-off bucket.
Yes. These are higher stakes changes. This includes editing core skills or changing foundational wiki entries.
So it doesn't just do it blindly.
No. These go into a review file for your explicit approval. The AI prepares the change, but it won't execute it.
It waits for your permission. And the third bucket?
The third bucket is for cases requiring more context. The AI encounters conflicting data.
Like if 2 transcripts contradict each other?
Exactly. The AI pauses entirely and asks for your input before proceeding.
Now we connect all these routines. You create a master orchestration skill for data ingestion.
Which runs all your sync pipelines in sequence.
You schedule this to run automatically, maybe Tuesdays and Fridays at 9 in the morning.
Then you schedule the Improve System skill to run afterward.
Keeping ingestion and improvement as completely separate scheduled routines is smart. It makes it incredibly easy to see what broke if something goes wrong.
If they run together, debugging is a total nightmare. Separating them keeps the system stable.
Whoa. Imagine your system literally suggesting its own brain upgrades while you sleep.
It's like waking up to a smarter assistant every day.
You just grab a coffee, review the file, and click approve.
It's wild.
Yeah.
And that review file is your main touch point with the system.
You can approve a change, reject it entirely, or say approve and don't ask again.
That last option is powerful. It teaches the AI your preferences. It cuts down on repetitive decisions over time.
2-sec silence. What is the actual risk of the AI overwriting a crucial core skill by accident?
That's the exact danger of ignoring the bucket system. If you fully automate, it might rewrite a skill poorly and break your entire workflow.
Automate the filing, but never automate the thinking.
That's the only way to stay safe.
This brings us to the final phase, the drive phase.
You're finally behind the wheel.
The engine is built, the filters are on, the rivers are flowing. How do you actually get behind the wheel without overthinking it?
The biggest hurdle here isn't technical at all. It's psychological.
People get intimidated.
They get paralyzed by the sheer complexity of a blank terminal window. You have to remember that slow is smooth and smooth is fast.
You don't build 5 pipelines on day 1.
No, you build this step by step. You set up the base first. You ingest the old data. You take your time.
Rushing the foundation is why most people fail.
They want the magic immediately. But you are the leader here. The system served you. If a workflow stops being useful, you just delete it.
You don't need permission to simplify your own workflow.
Exactly. And you must compress your feedback loops. This is critical.
How so?
Well, if a skill produces weak text, don't just manually rewrite the text in a document.
Right, because if you manually rewrite it, the AI learns nothing.
Right. You correct it in the chat interface instead. You tell Claude to update the underlying skill directly based on your correction.
The next run will be significantly better.
Exactly. You fix the machine, not just the output.
2-sec silence. How do you recommend overcoming that initial intimidation of building this entire system?
You stop looking at the final automated loop. It's too overwhelming. You just focus on the very first step. Create the 2 folders today and then just stop.
Just build the 2 base folders today and stop.
Take the very first step. The rest will follow naturally.
Let's synthesize the big idea here. A working setup that gets 1% better every week is powerful. It will always wildly outperform a perfect setup that never leaves your head.
We spend so much time theoretically optimizing our tools. We just need to start building the physical foundation.
You're no longer stacking Lego blocks of data every single morning. You aren't starting from zero.
You're building a compounding intelligence that scales with you.
It fundamentally changes your relationship with the machine. It becomes a partner, not just a tool.
It's the highest leverage thing you can do this week.
I highly recommend you start just step 1 today. Build the base, set up those 2 folders, write that simple Claude.md file.
You'll immediately feel the difference in your workflow.
We're going to leave you with a provocative thought to mull over. If you train a local AI system to perfectly mirror your goals over several years, if it deeply understands your values, your decisions, and your daily reflections, what actually happens when that localized brain outlives the current AI models? Have you just built your first truly portable digital soul? Out to your row music.